Twist and go. On one, down.
Scoot in, couch.
Green, 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 set, go. On one, down. Blue, 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 set, go. On two, on two. Red, 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 set, go. Go. Come on, carry on. Down. Here we go, on one, down. Red, 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 set, go. Good job, good job. Here we go, left arm down, coming on.
I heard that. He's gonna wear black. Hey, how you doing? Black pants and green top. You know, black pants and green top kind of.
Bradley, come here.
My son told me what you did as far as the team. Quarterback's getting a little cocky here, I see. Huh? Do you need to wear glasses? That's a serious question. It's a serious question. You checked into it?
Hey, you do wear glasses.
Bring it up, right here!
Bring it up! Bring it up!
Stevers, bring him. I want to yell loud. Hey, bring it up! I'll tell you something, gentlemen. This is going to be a big week for us. Last week we threw the hell out of the football. We're going to continue it this week. The ball's going in the air. I want us coming down with it. I want us going down with it every damn time. You got that? Get our heads up. We got some blocking to do. First play. You're going to go out there and kick somebody's butt. Understand me? First play, I want you and Trigger to hurt somebody. Let's get it right now, early on. Let's do it. Receivers, 3. 1, 2, 3. Receivers!
Biggest game of your lives. Biggest game of your lives, right? Ain't nobody paying you.
Let's go, baby.
I know you pay.
Let's go, Leo. Let's go, baby. Let's do this.
Nobody paying nothing, baby. Give it to the DBs.
You guys better take care of Johnny. Take care of Johnny.
Hey, Trimble. DBs. Shorten the batteries if it goes out.
Come on, Nolan. Come on, Nolan.
Can't nobody fade us. This is red, Can't nobody fade us. Nobody. Can't nobody fade us. This is red. We're number one.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go, Ranch. Come on, Ranch. Come on, Ranch. Rancho. Go. Get up, get up, get up. Jump.
I want you to get psyched up. I want you to feel the energy inside of you. Ready to come right out of the top of that helmet, baby. Right out of the top. Your league champ game, your CIF game, your league catchers game, all the good stuff. This is what it's all about. This is why we have these football games. Which builds characters in young men. You're going to remember this football game for the rest of your life, regardless of the outcome. I know how I want to remember this. Every big game I've been in, since I was probably 8 years old, I can remember back. Almost all the big games. I got more wins than I remember losses. I was trying to remember those losses. I want to remember this one for the rest of my life. Games are a bunch of 16, 17, you 18-year-old kids just like you. There's no reason in the world why we can't drop the bomb on them. They would love to be a spoiler to win. It's their own country. They don't want us to be league champs. We're already league champs. But I'm not going to lose a league game. I'm going about, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 league games in a row that I'm going to win. You guys can be part of that. Start the game, right? Tonight. You've seen everything that they do. The defensive end and linebacker have to work as a perfect unit. We need great pursuit. We need to sustain our blocks on offense. Most of all, you need to have the time of your life, fellas. It's 48 minutes. We're in game 7. Can you believe that? Game 7 already. 6 prior to this, we cannot change. We've had some scout guys go hard as they possibly can. Take my hat off to them. They prepared you mentally, physically. They went to the wall for you to get ready so they could get a lead attack. Turnbull worked his first 2 guys as hard as he possibly could because he can't go out and help you win that league champ tag. But he did it the only way he can do it. The only way he can earn it is to make you guys better. That's why he's working you so hard. He doesn't want to kick your ass on the field. He doesn't want to demoralize you. He wants to make you better. Better and better and better. You're going to go against these guys and say, come on. I just want a guy that kicked my ass out there. Come on, hit me a little harder. This is nothing. That's the kind of football game it is. Safety. Corners. They love the flea flip, my type of football. We prepared you. You guys are ready for war. I want to hear all kinds of emotion. I want to see excitement, under control, execution. It's going in 48 minutes. Set a personal goal right now, inside your own mind. What you're going to do tonight. Don't tell me about it. Tell yourself. Tell yourself what you're going to do. Leave all the doubt out of it. We got a big party at the Bell tonight, don't we? Yes, sir. 3 rings, baby. We're going to get calls Monday morning. Who the hell was making all the noise on Dale Street last night? That's what I want to hear. I want to get a phone call like that. 160-something rings in one night? Come on! That's the kind of shit I want to hear.
It's great!
Sound of victory. The sound of victory. This pumps me up. Can you guys feel it? I got tingles flying all through my body. One more shot. I just have one more shot. You guys are my arms and legs, man. I can't hear you! Yes, sir! Coming up. Right around the corner. They're going to stand
we as officials communicate during this game. We don't want to have any personal fouls or anything involved because we don't communicate. We'll make sure we work together. With that understanding, if I drop it, I'll throw it again. Call it. You called tails, and it is heads. It is heads. It's your choice. You want to defer. Okay, gentlemen? You want the ball, so what goal do you want to defend, gentlemen?
I think that's a big yes.
Please put your backs over there. Right, you're going to receive at this end. Good luck to you now. Shake hands. Have a good game.
Greg went hard. Good job, Greg.
I'm hungry.
Watch Vickers! Vickers! Watch Vickers! Good job! It's a pass! Pass!
His shoulder arm is gone, man. His shoulder arm is gone.
Tell Sean, don't forget to tighten up in the line.
Yeah, that's common too. You can't go to something. Let's lay down here.
You ever had one of those?
No,
Like somebody exploded something inside you, your body. I'm serious. Everybody got blocked.
Huh?
Everybody got blocked.
He told David to flare out, man. He can't run up there, man.
Nobody stuffed on that one, man. They were just like... got so bad in the first. They're running away from David. They're not running on his side. Did they run at him on that? Too. Come on, get up. Come on. Step up.
Double your pleasure.
Get the ball. Block on the back.
We miss Chris, although we have pretty good running back this year, but we miss Chris, and he took over that game last year. He rose to the next level, and that's what we're expecting from some of our guys this year. It was a great game, just like this one's going to be a barn burner and a track meet probably, and you know, every cliche you want to hear. It's going to be a fabulous game. I'm excited to watch it.
We hope for them to be playing from behind. That's the key. Last year we had to come from behind, and there's so much pressure trying to get back in a critical game where two quality teams are playing. We want to be out front looking ahead, I think. Yeah, it's like what you say, revenge type game right here, because they beat us pretty bad last year, and that's a big upset. So this year we're trying to come back from that.
Really, I don't think who's favored in the game really means anything, because when these two teams go out there, it's just war. Because, I mean, we don't really hate each other, but, I mean, both teams are high competitors, and they both want to win. I think the difference is going to be defense. I think defense is going to win this game because both teams put points on the board. I think this game's going to come down to defense.
If we beat this team, then we know that we can play with anyone, and we'll be ready for the playoffs and see if our offense is really gelling this year. You know, it took us a little while, but we're gelling, and we'll see what happens.
Burn, baby, burn. The Los Amigos Lobos and the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros hoping to create an inferno here at Garden Grove High School tonight. Hello, everyone. I'm Gordon Spencer. Welcome to another broadcast here on Channel 3 of Garden Grove League football. And you know, it's another homecoming night for Los Amigos this evening. Tonight's theme is Disco Inferno, if you hadn't already guessed that. So we hope we don't get too funky with you tonight. Well, these two teams may be in a little different situation. They're actually looking up at teams in the Garden Grove League. They're both still in the hunt for the playoffs and even a chance at the league title. And joining me once again to break down this game, as he did last week, is Jeff Bunifay.
Well, thank you, Gordon. It's a pleasure to be here tonight with you for this exciting matchup between Rancho and Los Amigos.
All right, Jeff, well, we know both these teams have always had a history of running the ball a lot, and tonight's no exception. Rancho Alamitos has Leo Cosi, and the Los Amigos Lobos have Greg Fausto.
That's right, Gordon. You know, when you talk about Rancho Alamitos High School and Los Amigos High, you immediately think of Leo Cosi and Greg Fausto. And right now, Leo Cosi from Rancho is leading Orange County rushers in touchdowns, and Greg Fausto, one of the more exciting runners in the county, leads the Lobos in rushing. So it's going to be an exciting matchup tonight.
Of course, Leo Cosi had his biggest game of the season against Pacifica, which is just amazing in itself, 245 yards rushing that one. Fausto over 200 yards last week in a non-league matchup against Bonita. Well, this game, we know there'll be a lot of running, but obviously there's going to be more factors. What is going to be the factor tonight?
That's right, Gordon. I'll tell you, both teams are blessed with wonderful running backs, but I think what we might see tonight, this game might come down to, is which team can protect their quarterback and which quarterback can execute and complete passes, timely passes. You know, with both teams rushing the ball as well as they do, sometimes it's nice to be able to throw the ball and keep the defense honest and keep them backed off a little bit so Cosi and Fausto can find some added running room.
Well, John Frank has got to be feeling good tonight. He broke the all-time passing record for Rancho Alamitos last week in a game, so watch for him tonight, and Jake Sanchez. All right, well, put on your dancing shoes and get ready to get down for a matchup between the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros and the Los Amigos Lobos. We'll be back with the kickoff after this. Garden Grove High School, where we're just about set for a big matchup between the Los Amigos Lobos and the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros, two teams that are trying to hang around, and one of them perhaps still in the hunt for the league title. And we'll take a look at the standings for you and set that up for this. There's just 4 weeks left in this league season. There you see Santiago, the team that everyone's chasing, and then down in 3rd and 4th place, Rancho and Los Amigos pulling up, and they definitely, Jeff, both of them in need of a victory tonight.
That's right, Gordon. Rancho and Los playing tonight for a possible second seed in the playoffs, with Santiago and Pacifica playing tonight as well. So one of those teams, Santiago and Pacifica, will remain unbeaten tonight, and so this is a big game for Los and Rancho because neither one wants to fall a game and a half or 2 games behind the leader at this point in the season.
Yeah, we know that Rancho wins, they'll be in a real good position to win the league, or even tie with Pacifica. And if they lose, they'll finish in 2nd or 3rd. Los Amigos should finish 2nd or 3rd, and they have a slim chance of still taking the league title. But if they lose, they could be in a real serious situation.
Yeah, the difference between last year's game between Los and Rancho, Gordon, and this year's is that Los and Rancho need some help this year. Last year, they pretty much could determine their own fate as far as the standings in the league go, but this year they're going to need help from Santiago Pacifica and maybe a couple of the other schools before this is over if they're going to try to get a top spot when the league's over.
All right, well, the teams have met in the middle of the field, and the coin has been tossed. We'll get to that action very soon, but first we want to introduce a new member of our broadcast staff who will be working the sidelines for the rest of the season for us. His name is Jeremy Woods, and we'll go down to him and check up on the latest down on the field. Jeremy.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. I'm happy to be here. I look forward to helping you guys out on the sidelines tonight and throughout the season. Let's get right to it. For Rancho Alamitos, senior Turnbull Mulapola, who was ejected last week for his involvement in an altercation against La Quinta, is required by high school rules to sit out a one-game suspension. He'll serve that tonight. Starting in his place will be David Couch, the junior. He'll play left tackle. Moving over to left guard will be Willie Cruz, and he'll do double duty as defensive tackle as well. Over on the other sideline for Los Amigos, sophomore Lavertus Riley, who suffered a concussion last week against Bonita, is expected to be out at least 2 weeks. Quarterback Jake Sanchez will play strong safety in addition to his quarterback duties. Thanks a lot, guys, for having me, and let's send it back up to you.
All right, Jeremy, welcome to the sidelines and to our broadcast for the 1995 season. And Jeff, you mentioned Turnbull Mulapola for the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros being out this game. That could be a real key loss for them.
That's right, Gordon. I'll tell you, Rancho is going to need all the muscle they can get coming into this game tonight with Los Amigos. Los is so potent up front. With those front 5-6 guys, they're loaded, and for Rancho to be missing their big weapon tonight up front is definitely a setback. But you know, it's a team sport, and Rancho is fired up, so we'll see what happens with everybody that's trying to fill in tonight.
Yeah, they've got a couple of guys that is going to take his place, so it'll be a real test for them tonight. Well, there you see Coach Doug Case in his third year as head coach of these Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros. Here we take a look at the coach.
Doug, a former Rancho Alamitos High School star in his own right, and has taken over the program, like Gordon said, for the last 3 seasons now, and the program hasn't missed a beat. It's just picked up right where it was left off with Coach Miller prior to Coach Case, and he's doing a tremendous job again.
Of course, an outstanding coach over on the other side of the field tonight, too, for the Los Amigos Lobos, Roger Takahashi in his second year running that program.
Yeah, Roger, noted for his bag of tricks. He's got, I think, every type of formation, every kind of set you can think of. Everything from his screen pass package to his counter tray running plays. And Roger, geez, he just year in and year out, he produces wonderful football teams and good young men.
All right, well, Ryan Cleary airs it out for the Los Amigos Lobos. And once again, Ryan Cleary, the transfer from Garden Grove High School, puts the ball in the end zone like he's done so many times before. We take a look at the Rancho Alamitos starting lineup for the offense. There's John Frank, the senior quarterback, and David Vickers and Leo Cosi sharing the running game. Frank Ortiz and Bobby Esparza will hopefully catch the ball for the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros. And on the line, there's Aaron Trigg, the tight end. David Couch, we talked about him. In there for Turnbull, Willie Cruz, Adriel Gomez, Sean Sandoval, and John Colvin for right tackle. And the first play of the offense tonight for Rancho.
That's what we're talking about there, Gordon. The muscle and the beef up front for Los Amigos. They're really gonna put the pressure on Rancho's running game tonight. And I'll tell you, sophomore David Vickers is going to grow up fast tonight. I'll tell you, like Leo Cosi last year's a sophomore. David's going to learn quite a bit tonight in his probably his first real big varsity game.
There we take a look at the defensive starters for Los Amigos tonight. There's the linebacking core. We'll tell you about the rest of them in a moment. John Frank under pressure, and he will get sacked. That's big number 77 for the Lobos, Robert Gleason.
Yeah, John had a little play action and was looking out to the flat, and you could almost credit that sack to the defensive secondary. John Frank had nobody to throw the ball to.
So the loss of 8 yards will set the Rancho team back. They'll face deep in their territory with a 3rd and 18. So we'll get to see John Frank and that arm. Kosey's in motion. Frank drops back. Quick pass there, up the middle to number 2. There he is, David Vickers. We just talked about him.
Yeah, Rancho Alamitos there, Gordon, motioned out of a single back set to 5 wide outs, and ran David Vickers out of the left slot over the middle where he's one-on-one with a linebacker, and John Frank put the ball right on the money, and it's enough for a first down. Big play, start the game.
There's a look at David Vickers, just a sophomore, already proving to be quite a player. Of course, you might remember his brother Leon from a couple of years back.
David's really going to be in a situation where he can take a lot of the pressure off of Leo with plays like that.
So first down for Rancho, and Leo Kosey squirts out of the pile and makes his way up to the 41-yard line. That's good enough for another first down.
Rancho there, Gordon ran a counter play where they faked the dive to Vickers and counter back to the left side with Leo Kosey, and just when you think he's going to be stopped in the middle of the line, he squirts out, and with that tremendous strength and speed that he's got, you see there he's, he runs for another first down for Rancho. There's Leo, 5'8", 175-pound junior. Before this is over, he could probably top all the top running backs that Rancho's had over the years.
Still another year to go. Kosey gets the call again. Kosey up the middle for another 5 yards. He's up to the 46, 47-yard line.
Yeah, Gordon, if Rancho can get their lineman out in front of Leo tonight and just allow Leo to be able to pick and choose and to cut off their blocks, they're going to be successful. That's all he needs. He doesn't need for people to knock the defense down. He just needs for people to get in their way long enough for him to make the break.
Yeah, he's for his size, they say he's the strongest guy on that team, and you can see why.
Tremendous.
Second down and 5 for Rancho. Oh, and there's movement on that one. The Lobos were set to come.
Yeah, it looks like Los Amigos was putting 7 or 8 guys right up there and trying to stuff things up on the line of scrimmage.
We'll sort things out, and there's a player down for Rancho. We're in the first quarter here at Garden Grove Stadium. 8 minutes and 49 seconds early in this game. Rancho Alamitos driving the ball around midfield. They started back at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, we've got a player down for Rancho, Gordon. I can't see the number, but needless to say, Rancho can ill afford to lose anybody else up front. They're for all intent and purposes, practically decimated as it is, so this is going to be a key right here.
There you see David Singletary.
David Singletary, a former star running back here at Rancho back in the late 80s. Has had a family tradition of playing here. Her brother Chris, and went on to the University of Missouri to play.
Still trying to get a number, but good news, the player is now seated.
Yeah, they've got him sitting up, so that's pretty good news.
It's Adriel Gomez.
Another one of those sophomores off that Rancho freshman team last year that went undefeated.
Adriel Gomez, the starting center for the Rancho squad. There's Coach Roger Takahashi. Hoping for different results in this game after last year's upset.
Yeah, what's that saying? It seems like deja vu all over again. You know, last year Los and Rancho were up near the top, and Los was favored, as probably most would agree with the situation this year too, and important game. Not just playoff, but possible first or second place berth.
So at least a little sigh of relief from the Rancho side of the field as Adriel Gomez makes his way over to the sidelines under his own power. And we'll get things started here. Second down and 10 for Rancho. And again, a flag is thrown as they're trying to get the clock started.
Boy, this guy's a little messy.
Referee giving him a little applause there, finally getting the clock started. Oh, here we go. This time it's Vickers. Vickers ahead to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, you'll see Los Amigos starting to stunt with their linebackers, and the Rancho ran a nice little pop play between the guard and center gap there, and David Vickers got good yardage. Once you can race past that linebacker and get into that second and third level of defense, you're looking good.
3rd down and 3 for Rancho. Aaron Trigg and Bubba Harris out here to the near side. But the call is to Kosi. Kosi will make his way just to around midfield. And it's just going to come up just short.
Yeah, you can see there Leo Kosi seems to be surrounded again by Lobos, but you know, as his coach Doug Case points out, it's just when it seems like when Leo's surrounded, boy, he just darts out and there he goes. So until that whistle blows, Los Amigos is going to have to surround and pursue heavily tonight and surround Leo Kosi.
Leo Kosi will get a break in this one as he walks off. And again, the same set for Rancho. Aaron Trigg, Bubba Harris, near side. 4th down and short. The toss this time, and he meets a wall.
Yeah, Alex.
Los Amigos Lobos with a huge defensive stop.
They put Alex Blanco in the tailback position there for Leo, and on his first run of the season, Alex was greeted by the Los Amigos defense. They said, "Welcome, Alex."
Wow, what a way to enter on offense.
Whoa. Well, that's what we're going to see tonight. You're going to see hitting on both sides. Boy, I'll tell you, they're going to come.
There we take a look at the starting lineup for the Lobos. Jake Sanchez, first-year quarterback. And there we see the front 6. Jacob Sanchez hands one off in the pile up there. That goes to Sean Tagatuli.
Yeah, and one of Coach Takahashi's multiple offensive sets, they had a single back there with Tagatuli, and they run that dive play right up the middle. And you can see the strength, Gordon, of Sean Tagatuli. He is one strong runner.
Here we see the defense for Rancho. The front 4, Quintanilla. And there's the linebacking group, Vickers, Roberto, and Hanlon. And the back 4, Blanco, Kosi, Young, and Trigg. 2nd down for the Lobos. This time it's Fausto. Fausto just short of breaking one before he's caught by number 33. That's Sean Young, the younger brother of Chris Young, wearing that same familiar number 33.
That's right, Gordon. Sean Young made a good play coming up from his secondary spot and making the tackle on Fausto, or he would have broke the outside and could have been in the end zone by now.
So that's a 1st down for Los Amigos. The call is to Fausto again. Fausto jumps through the defense, makes his way down to the 30-yard line. And let's go down to Jeremy Woods, who's going to update us on Adriel Gomez. Jeremy.
Well, guys, center Adriel Gomez for Rancho Alamitos was hurt and down for a while. What happened was he kept getting pushed back. He got hit under the throat, and his shoulder got a stinger in it. So he's fine. He's expected to go back in. We'll have more later on.
All right, well, good news for Rancho. Gomez will be back. Meanwhile, 2nd down and 6 for the Lobos. Fausto again. This time he gets it inside the 25.
Yeah, right there, Gordon's a good indication of the Los Amigos game plan. You know, they're able to right now getting 4 and 5 yards of carry, and if they can continue to do that, not only will they wear the defense down, but they're going to control the ball and put the points on the board.
There's Greg Fausto. 29 touchdowns last year, 1994. What a year he had. And he's trying to have a big one this year. Fausto again. Just right up the middle.
Yeah, you see Los Amigos just pounding into the middle of the Rancho Alamitos defense. And again, with those big horses up front for Los Amigos, they're just going to come right at Rancho, and until Rancho can adjust to stop, I think Rancho's going to get a steady diet of this. Fausto right and Fausto left.
There's Adriel Gomez getting prepared, getting himself prepared to get back into this one. First down and 10 for the Lobos. Fausto again up the middle. No one's there. He makes one move, cuts to the left and back, and that's a touchdown.
Well, we talked about it earlier, Gordon, and you can see not only is Greg Fausto one of the top rushers in the Garden Grove League, but he's so exciting to watch. I mean, he's so shifty and quick, and that's what makes him such a talent, not only in league again, but also in Orange County.
Greg Fausto goes 23 yards for the first score of this game, and that puts the Lobos up 6-0 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Ryan Cleary on to add the extra point. Ryan Cleary splits them. That makes it 7-0 Los Amigos. Let's take a look at that Fausto run, and it was vintage Greg.
Yeah, what they did here, Gordon, was they went to a single back set. They had 4 wide outs to spread that defense, and you see the holes that the Los Amigos line is able to create. They're getting great line surge, and then you see the rest is Greg Fausto, little shifty and a dasher and a darter. And you let Greg Fausto get into your defensive secondary, and that's going to be a nightmare tonight for Rancho.
And what a move he made. David Vickers almost caught him there at the end, but ran out of yardage. So 7-0, the Los Amigos Lobos on top, and they're set to kick it off. Back for Rancho. Number 20. That's Mike Hanlon. And again, Ryan Cleary boots it into the end zone.
That's why Ryan Cleary's rated one of the top kickers in Orange County, Gordon. Time in and time out, he drives the kickoff into the end zone. And again, that's such an important weapon for your special teams and for your ball club if you can prevent your opposition from setting up the returns. You always like to see the opponents having to start at the 20-yard line rather than, outside at 30, 40, or midfield.
Yeah, one thing with him, there's never a danger of it being returned. So
that's right.
The return men don't get a lot of work with him kicking. Rancho will start again at their own 20. Their second opportunity on offense. John Frank drops back, almost throws that one away. Jake Sanchez was in a position for that until Aaron Trigg was able to slip in front of him, but the pass is incomplete.
Yeah, what had happened there, Rancho shifted into a trips formation where they had 3 receivers to the right side of the field, and John Frank on a half roll spotted Aaron Trigg coming down about 10 yards and trying to work across into the middle of the field, and the ball went right off of Aaron's hands.
So Rancho mixing up their offense immediately. Saw Kosi used quite a bit in the first drive, but John Frank has been in situations where he's had to throw, but that time it was on first down. 2nd and 10 for the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros. A little flip out there to Leo Kosi. Kosi is brought down there by number 10. It looks like Luis Renteria.
Yeah, a little option action by Rancho there where John Frank kept the ball and started to turn upfield, and as he saw the defensive lineman's numbers approaching him, he dished it off to Leo, and Leo made good yardage there, enough for the first down, and just missed by a shoelace of breaking that one.
Yeah, it looked like John Frank was, he was ready to take it himself if he had to. But when you got a guy like Kosi, when you see him off your right side, I think I would choose to dish it off to him.
Nice decision.
First down and 10. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first quarter. This time Trigg goes to a wide open David Vickers. David Vickers on the left side will get out, and that looks like enough for another first down for Rancho.
Yeah, Gordon, on that play, Rancho ran a little through and out with their fullback, David Vickers. They've been running that play pretty successfully this season, and David Vickers, the sophomore, has been catching the ball and getting turned upfield and getting good yardage on that play. That's a tough play for a linebacker to have to make, where he's got to have to run with that running back and not only have run support, but he's also got to play pass defense on that play.
It's a nice play calling by the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros. An official's timeout has been called. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in this first quarter. 7-0. Los Amigos Lobos on top after a 23-yard touchdown run by Greg Fausto.
Yeah, it's going to be to Rancho's advantage, Gordon, to spread things out, get the ball out in the flats to Vickers, and try a little option here and there so that Los just can't load up in the middle with 7 or 8 guys and just come right after Leo Cozy.
First down and 10 for Rancho. A little mix-up there with the ball.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to run that option again. This time they gave the ball to Vickers on the dive, and David was able to get just beyond the line of scrimmage, I think, or just back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so that'll bring up second down. Clock continues to run. Under 3 minutes now to go in this first quarter. Rancho with 2 wide on this side. Frank rolls out. He's going to be caught from behind by number 55 of Los Amigos. That's Emmanuel Ramirez, the 5'9" senior.
Yeah, on that play, Gordon, Rancho again set with David Vickers off the wing there into a trips formation, 3 wide receivers, and John again on the Frank on the half roll. If he could have just gotten a second longer throw, he had Bobby Sparza, number 80, running a post route down into the middle of the field, who had beaten the entire Los Amigos secondary, and I think John did see him, but got caught from behind just before he could cock and fire.
So the second time John Frank has been sacked in as many drives. 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Third down and 16. Another long yardage play for the Vaqueros. Frank will drop back under pressure. There he has David Vickers out around the 45-yard line. And a nice play all around for the Vaqueros.
Yeah, what had happened there is, again, Rancho motioned out of a single back into 5 wide outs. And the safety for Los Amigos honored Leo Cozy on the motion, and David Vickers running out of that slot on the right side got past the linebacker and the DB, and John Frank laid it right in there. Nice play.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that again. You can see.
Yeah, you can see David getting behind the DB and the linebacker, and John put the ball right where it had to be. When Leo Cozy's going in motion, that safety is going to probably honor Leo most of the night, and that's going to open things up on the short side of the field for Rancho.
First and 10. Cozy gets the call, but has nowhere to go. He'll end up back at the line, and maybe the loss of a yard or a half a yard.
Again, it's going to be really important, Gordon, for Rancho's younger and less physical linemen to at least try to get in the way of Los Amigos' bull rush. They don't have to knock them over, but they can just get in the way long enough for Leo to be able to pick and choose a little bit. That might be good enough, but I'll tell you, those young kids from Rancho up on the line, those sophomores and juniors, they're going to get a schooling.
Yeah, and I think that last pass play that was completed by Rancho, they learned that they've got to get rid of that ball very quick, and that's exactly what made that play successful also. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Rancho, second down and 10. A big rollout this time by Frank, and he hits number 42 of the Vaqueros. That's Frank Ortiz, and that's going to be enough for another first down.
Yeah, Frank to Frank on that play, Gordon. John Frank, again, they set up in a trip situation with 3 wide receivers to their left. And John on that rollout to the left side found the slot man who'd come down about 10 yards and worked himself to the sideline, and John led him just right.
So it turns out Frank Ortiz just short of the first down. He's knocked out of bounds. So he's short by about a yard and a half.
It's going to be interesting to see here if Rancho tries to run or pass, because you can see Los Amigos, they're all up on the line.
With a familiar wide set, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Leo Cozy stretching for a yard and then some.
And that was a tremendous effort by the entire Rancho offensive front and Leo Cozy. Los came with 8 guys, and Leo was able to, get past that first level of defense, and enough for the first down.
So the clock continues to run. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Rancho Alamitos at the 32-yard line of the Lobos, threatening to put some points on the board with the Lobos leading 7-0. Frank rolls back. Frank with all the time he wants this time, and he has no one to go through, so he tosses it out of bounds.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you can credit those forced balls or John Frank having to throw the ball in bounds with good coverage in the secondary, and Los Amigos there had every one of John Frank's receivers covered, so John made the wise play, you know, being the experienced quarterback that he is, and threw for the sideline.
There you take a look at Coach Takahashi's assistant, Steve Bolin, of course, the head coach a couple of years ago. They've switched places, and now he's very happy coaching the line over there. Just enough time for one more play here in the first quarter. 8 seconds on the clock. First down and 10. Call that second down for Rancho. A quick drop back. The pass is complete to Aaron Trigg. Check that. That's David Vickers on the far side.
Yeah, nice play, Gordon, there by Rancho. What they did was they made it look like they were going to go to their right and slip David on a little screen on the left side, which happened to be the short side of the field there. And David, who's got real good hands, is able to catch that ball and work himself upfield. That's what they're going to have to do. They got to get these guys out on the flats, you know, out in the open a little bit where they have some running room, because they've got good skilled athletes. They've got good people, Gordon, and let them catch it, let them run, and let those bigger guys chase them.
So Vickers gets knocked out of bounds, so there's 1 second left on the clock. The Rancho will get one last opportunity to score before this first quarter runs out. A little pitch this time to Kosi, who gets hit in the backfield hard that time by number 50. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Los Amigos with the 7-0 lead over the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros. You're watching Channel 3 Sports on Paragon Cable. It's almost time for the Garden Grove Rotary Club's 18th annual international auction, Saturday, November 4th at the Garden Grove Community Meeting Center. Hundreds of items will be available in live and silent auction. Garden Grove High School for the start of the second quarter. Los Amigos leading this one 7-0 over the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros. The Vaqueros driving in Lobo territory at the 23-yard line. 4th down and 1 for Rancho. Kosi gets the call and follows John Frank through the middle there. And that's going to be enough for a first down, and what a blocker to have is John Frank.
For years, Gordon, at Rancho Alamitos, their quarterback has been more than just that. They've used him to run the ball, and they've also used him as a lead blocker in that little pitch power play that they've got. And you see John Frank, you know, the athlete that he is, being able to pivot and get around, get this head and shoulders turned and get around and up into that hole and lead Leo Kosi through for the first down.
So a fresh set of downs for the Vaqueros. First down and 10, just inside the 20 of the Lobos. In motion is Vickers. The pitch back to Kosi. Kosi will carry a couple of defenders on his back and maybe gets a yard.
Yeah, Leo had a blocker out in front. He got slowed by his own man a little bit there and made it possible for the pursuit of the Los Amigos defense to catch up with Leo. But what you're seeing here is pretty much a patent Rancho Alamitos High School offensive drive. You know, long time consuming drives, keeping the ball on the ground for the majority of the series, and making it frustrating for Los Amigos because they can't get their offense back on the field right now to try to score.
So far, Rancho doing a good job of chewing up the clock. Held the ball for over 5 minutes now. Frank back with Jake Sanchez, his nemesis at quarterback, back there to sack him for the 3rd time this game.
Los Amigos caught Rancho by surprise there. They had a corner blitz coming where they brought Jake Sanchez, who plays in the defensive secondary, up on the line and just had him streak right for John Frank, and that was a successful play, a good defensive call.
So the 3rd time that this Vaquero team has been faced with a 3rd and long. They're 1 for 2 in converting on these.
Yeah, Rancho's done a good job so far in 3rd and long situations, but they don't want to make a habit of this.
10 minutes left in the second quarter. John Frank under pressure. He's going to keep it himself, and he'll get wrapped up by number 45, That's the big 260-pound linebacker, Junior Violatama.
Yeah, this has happened now to John Gordon a couple of times where the routes that his receivers are running are taking longer to develop than the amount of time that he's being afforded to throw the ball. And either they're going to have to make adjustments there, or they're going to have to start getting those quick pitches out to the flats again like they started, or running David Vickers on that through and out again into the flat.
And stay tuned for our halftime piece. Coming up at halftime, the Scholar Athlete. We'll tell you a little bit about that in a moment. 4th down and 16. Rancho going for it just over the 25-yard line. Frank under heavy pressure. Lobos everywhere, and the pass is complete out there to number 80 for Rancho, but that's going to be short.
Yeah, Gordon, as soon as John Frank reversed out there and started into his track to throw, I mean, he could tell he had backside pressure coming. And John did a good job of escaping the pressure. Unfortunately, he could only get about 9 or 10 yards.